If you're new here, hello. Hey, honey, I'm Healthy Emmie. I'm currently living in Boston in my home with my two kitties. My last two videos have been my 2023 health goals and then creating a vision board based on what my goals were. And now we're going to be doing a January reset so that I can set my intentions for the month of January and tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing to take my elusive fairyland vision board and actually put it into practice so that I can get to the person that I want to be. Because we create these vision boards, we get so excited about this idea of ourselves that exists on the horizon, but it really never comes into fruition. We never want it to be so that there's us and then there's the version that we dream of being and having there be this gap. We want to act as if we already are that person and close that gap as quickly as possible, which is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today. So in the last video, I created here my 2023 vision board with my sub goals. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel so that you're not lost and you can kind of keep up. But even if you didn't check this out, check out the last video. This is still all going to make sense to you. It's not rocket science here. So let's start out with my physical health goals for the month of January and exactly what I want to achieve. And by the way, at the end of each month, we're going to come together and I'm going to tell you whether or not I achieved these goals, and then we're going to set goals for the next month together. So make sure you're subscribed so we can do this every month together. Alrighty, so with my physical health, something that I want to really work on this year is my skincare. I have become obsessed with skincare ever since my client Janaea. I met her and I was like, your skin is unbelievable. I want mine to look the same. And so she taught me that she dips into Korean skincare. And so I started using the skincare that she was using, and it's all in Korean. It's so cool. I love it. So what I learned about Korean skincare is because Koreans have sensitive skin, they're not putting harsh chemicals on their skin, which, hello, hi. So I want to continue on with the skincare that I currently have in place. I also, you know what, I'm going to turn these from bullets into numbers, because what you don't want to do is stretch yourself too thin and then you won't achieve anything because you have a billion things on your to-do list. So the first thing is I'm going to continue with the skincare routine that I've been doing. Okay, starting to watch Korean skincare videos. Do I want to do this just yet? I have a lot going on this month. And so to be honest with you, I don't think I'm ready to do this just yet. So I just realized I need to duplicate this board and title it my January 2023 goals. Because I need to keep this so that I can reference back to it. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with my skincare, but adding something new and learning more about it, that just seems too lofty for now. And perhaps I'll, do more than that. But I have a lot that I want to do this month, and I do not want to set out goals and not achieve them. That's a rotten feeling. So, by the way, this reminds me of, I don't want to fall into the ego trap. If you don't know what the ego trap is, here's my video about it. But stay on this video. Just know, you can watch that one after. I don't want to fall into the ego trap with my goals. Okay, my emotional health. Meditate before every meal. I'm going to continue to do that. I use the app called Insight Timer, and it's a free app, and it keeps your streak, which, who else is a streak gal? I mean, streak gals unite. I got to keep my streak going. Get a massage every other month. So I'm going to do that this month. I'm going to start out on a bang, and I'm going to get a massage this month. All right, journaling. Journal every morning and every evening. I am definitely going to do that. So I have two journals that I use now. So the first journal that I've been using is the 5-minute journal. And what you do for this one is in the morning, you write down 3 things that you're grateful for. You write what you think would make today great, and you choose a daily affirmation. I will link this in the down bar, by the way. And then at the end of the day, you write down the highlights of the day and what you learned. Now, as I'm going through my journaling, and I'm doing this, and then I'll show you the other journal that I'm doing, I am learning what journal topics I really enjoy doing and which journal topics I don't love doing. But I'm happy that I'm doing this, because as important as it is to learn what you like, it's also important to learn what you don't like. And there are some things that I'm going to talk about with my next journal that I don't love as much. And there's things within the 5-minute journal, for instance, it, instead of what would make today great, what I don't like about that is that it seems really out of your control. Like the day gets to decide what kind of a day you want to have. And that's only the case if you're a teacher. That was something I used to say. I'll be here all night. When I was a teacher, I would say to my coworker, Molly, hi, Molly, if you're watching, I know she keeps up. Hi. I would say, and granted, we taught ages like 12 to 16. So there are a lot of hormones going on with those kids. And I was teaching them algebra and geometry, so they weren't too thrilled about that. What was so difficult was that we didn't get to decide what kind of a day we were going to have. The kids decided what kind of a day we were going to have. But now that I don't do that anymore, and I am in charge of my schedule and I own my own business, and now I get to decide what kind of a day I want to have. So that's what I don't like about that one. So the way that I do it is, instead of what would make today great, I answer it as what will I do to make today great? A daily affirmation, love, love, love. And then I love the highlights of the day, and I love talking about what I learned. But what I learned is not long enough. I need more space to talk about what I learned, because I'm very focused on learning and self-growth and improvement. The other journal, this was a gift. Lindsay, my sister-in-law Lindsay, got me this journal, and I love it. So this is, I'll link this one in the down bar too. It's for dealing with stress. So in the morning, you talk about how you're feeling and how your sleep was, anything you're stressed about, and what you can do to manage that stress. And then at the end of the day, you talk about the things that you did for coming back to your center, as well as anything that made you feel stressed and anxious and what made you feel calm. There are parts of this journal that I absolutely love. There are parts of this journal that I don't love as much, and I feel as though it very much emphasizes stress, and I don't want to put more energy toward what I'm stressed about, And I feel like I kind of do that with this, but I'm going to see, it's on my goals that I'm going to do this every day for the month. And then maybe by the end of the month, I will have created some of my own journal topics that I want to do based on what I learned from these. So if you start journaling and you don't love it, don't throw in the towel, because it's important to learn what you like and what you don't like. There's a reason you're learning from it. You're growing from it. So for this month, I'm going to continue to journal every morning and evening, but I'm not going to draft my own personal journal just yet. I'm sort of going to use this month to take stock of what I like and what I don't like. All right, my house. Continuing to minimize. Minimalism is the absolute love of my life. I love minimalism. And my word for the year for 2023 is clean. So continuing to embrace minimalism. So here's the thing. I see people do this a lot. They make goals, for example, continue to minimize. It's like, okay, but what is that? What are you actually going to do? So I think for me, I'm going to get rid of just in case food products, new bowls and new washcloths. I don't think I'm going to do that just yet, because I don't think I have time this month to find the exact ones that I'm going to want. But I am going to, let's see here. What am I going to do? Get rid of non-necessary items every Sunday. I'm going to do that this month. All right, so those are my 2 goals for minimalism. Get rid of non-necessary items every Sunday, and then get rid of just in case food products. All right, primary foods, fashion. So building off of what I talked about in the last video, here are the goals that I want to do. Okay, solidify my capsule wardrobe. So these are the overarching goals, but I need to make these into actual actions. Okay, what do I want to do here? Again, I don't want to stretch myself too thin. I want to actually achieve these goals. I think I'm not going to resume clothing rental this month because it's winter, so it's just silly to do that here in Boston. So I'm not going to make content showcasing my fashion just yet. I am going to, this is something I want to work on this month, is getting rid of things that are not part of my capsule wardrobe. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, the way I'm going to actually do that is I'm going to book a Plato's Closet appointment, and I'm going to decide everything that's going. I'm going to decide everything that I want to get rid of. All right, content create. Oh, and by the way, Plato's Closet is just, you can sell your clothes there. I heard that if you donate clothes to somewhere like Savers or Goodwill, I heard that that likely ends up in a landfill, and you're better off selling to somewhere that's more boutique style, like Plato's Closet, for example, or Poshmark, because there's a higher likelihood that somebody will actually buy it and they'll actually use it. And at Plato's Closet, they don't accept everything. They only accept certain things. And so I want my piece to be, I don't want it to end up in a landfill. I want it to continue to have life through somebody else and have it become a part of somebody else's story. So that's why I'm choosing to do that, as opposed to just dropping them at Savers, because then it all gets dropped there and it'll probably end up in a dump. Okay, content creation, making aesthetic content, making my front face. Okay, so something that I've already started working on for this month, as far as my front-facing YouTube being representative of my aesthetic, my new YouTube thumbnails. And you'll be able to see by the end of the month, this will make sense to you. So I'm just going to put it on here, and then when you come back for the February reset, you'll see what I mean and how I did this. Okay, making aesthetic content. I think that I'm going to start by, because again, I just have so much going on. We have SOS Reboot this month, which is for past clients of the SOS program that want to come back for a refresher. And I really want to make sure, of course, I'm focused on them. So I think that I'm going to get inspired by aesthetic content by saving reels and posts that are aligned with what I want to create. Yeah, that feels good. And then number 3 is make content that I truly enjoy making, not because it's good for the algorithm or about weight loss. Well, I'm doing that right now, so I'm already achieving that. What else? I'm going to do my monthly reset, which I'm currently doing right now. So I'm already achieving that for January and February. And then do I want to do, okay, I think because I want to make a Sunday reset video where I show you what I do on Sundays. I just don't know if I'll have time this month. See, here's the things that I want to do. I want to do a Sunday reset video. I have all of these ideas, as in I want to show you what I do on Sundays to reset for the week. I want to talk more about organization and goal planning and minimalism. I want you to take a look into how I operate my life, being somebody who's extremely organized, extremely diligent, very intentional. I want to inspire you through the way that I live life that way because I love it. And I think it's such a clean, beautiful way to live. So I want to make more content that helps you in that manner, not just all about weight loss. Just know that that's where we're headed. That is where we're headed. And maybe I'll do more this month. We'll see. And then education, this one is simple. I think I'm gonna read one book that's going to positively impact my life. Read one book. All right, so we've got our January goals down. Okay, so while we're here, I have done now, this is my third video that is more so aligned with the content that I really love to create, which is I did the vision or my health goals for 2023. I did my vision board, and now I'm doing actually setting the health goals for January, and I'm going to do a February, March, April, etc., etc. So obviously make sure you're subscribed, but I need to know, are you liking this? Do you like that I'm exploring these new branches? And don't worry, my weight loss content is not going anywhere. I just want Healthy Emmie to be, I'm not talking about third person, I'm talking about my brand. Healthy Emmie to be more than just weight loss. I want it to be a lifestyle brand as well, and a wellness brand. So this is how I'm getting there. Comment, I'll be there if you are going to be here for my February 2023 reset, where we review whether or not I achieved these goals, and I'm going to set goals for February. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next one.